Hello, 6th grade. This is Mrs. Froman, and you're going to be taking notes on Chapter 1, Section 1 from your environmental science book. And it's about ecosystems and populations and communities. We're going to start out with an ecosystem, which is all living and non-living things that interact in a particular area. So this picture shows an ocean ecosystem. So this ecosystem would include all of the animals, including the whale and the seal, the fish, the sharks, the crabs, the starfish, the oysters, the microscopic organisms, the phytoplankton and zooplankton, and the non-living things like the ship, the clouds, the sky, the oxygen that's in the water itself. So everything that you see there is part of the ecosystem. A habitat is a part of an ecosystem. So that's the place where an organism lives and it supplies the things that it needs. Now this picture shows like a creek in the woods. So this would supply the animals that live there with their water, their food, the place to live, where they can make their den or their nest, and where they can raise their young. Biotic factors are the living parts of an ecosystem. So that would be the animals and the plants. So in this picture, you've got the coyote, you've got some mushrooms, the rabbit, the dandelion, the grass, the trees. All of those things are living things, so they would be the biotic factors. Abiotic factors are non-living parts of an ecosystem. This includes the water, the sunlight, the oxygen, the temperature of the air, and the soil. So in this picture, you've got water, you've got rocks in the mountains, you've got the sunlight, the temperature of the air, the gases that are floating around in the air. Any non-living thing is going to be an abiotic factor. A species is a group of organisms that are similar and can produce fertile offspring. So all the giraffes are one species, and they can produce babies that can then grow up and produce their own babies. That's fertile offspring. If you have two species that are not the same, like a horse and a donkey, if they create an offspring, you end up with a mule, but that mule is infertile and cannot create offspring when it grows up because it started out with two different species as parents. A population is all the members of one species in a particular area. So in this picture, all of the orange fish, they are the population of the orange fish in that habitat. A community are different populations that live together in an area. So in this pond picture, it would be all of the fish, all of the turtles, the dragonfly, the microscopic phytoplankton and zooplankton, the cattails, the seaweed growing in the pond. All of that together makes up a pond community. Lastly, ecology is the study of how living things interact with each other and the environment. So if there's a person who's an ecologist, what they do is they study how living things, including humans, interact with each other. So humans with animals, or with the environment. So humans with the environment, how we like pollution and things like that. All right, that wraps it up for these notes. Don't forget to do your quack, and we'll talk about that in class. Bye.